Last time, we walked through the ghost cities of the Gobi, the silent ruins of Karakoto. We saw how even in desolation, patterns emerge. Beneath the shifting sands, we found a blueprint, a grid of mathematical precision, an architecture of thought waiting for its time to be understood. It was a language of geometry, speaking to us across 1,000 years, telling us that this wasn't just a city, it was a node in a much larger invisible network, a network that stretched far beyond the horizons of the desert, connecting not just places, but perhaps even times. The ghost cities weren't dead, they were dormant, holding a secret we were just beginning to decipher. This discovery pushed us further west, deeper into the sands of time, following the whispers of an even older mystery. We left behind the tangible ruins of a city and ventured into the heart of a legend, a place that exists more in myth than on any modern map. We're heading to the ancient kingdom of Loulan, a civilization that vanished from history so completely it was thought to be a mere fairy tale for centuries. But unlike fairy tales, Loulan left something behind. It left a queen, or at least that's what she feels like. A silent guardian of a story that defies everything we thought we knew about our ancient past. We're not just looking for a lost city anymore, we're looking for the very origins of a forgotten lineage, a thread in the human story that could reweave the entire tapestry. Her discovery sent shockwaves through the world of archaeology. Found in the unforgiving sands of the Taklamakan desert, she was preserved so perfectly that time itself seemed to have paused for her. They called her the beauty of Loulan, and when you look at her, you understand why. She's not a relic, she's a presence. The first thing you notice is her hair, a cascade of auburn red, catching the soft light of the lab. It's a color that seems out of place, a genetic signature you wouldn't expect to find here, in the heart of ancient Asia. Her eyelashes, long and delicate, rest on high cheekbones, framing a face that holds an expression of serene repose. She looks not like someone who died, but like someone who is dreaming. Her clothes tell a story of their own. The woven woolen fabrics are intricate, dyed with colors that have somehow survived 4,000 years. The patterns speak of a sophisticated culture, one that valued beauty and craftsmanship. They are not the rough garments of a simple nomad. They are the attire of a person of status, of importance. But who was she? A princess? A priestess? A shaman who could navigate the worlds of the living and the dead? Her silence is her greatest mystery. She is a representative of an unexpected genetic legacy, a red-haired stranger in a land of legends. Her very existence is a paradox, a question posed to history. And it's a question that could only be answered by going deeper, by looking into the very code of her being. The science was groundbreaking. When her DNA was finally sequenced, the results were astonishing. It wasn't a simple, linear story of one people. It was a complex mosaic. Her genetic markers pointed west towards Europe and Siberia, but they also pointed east towards the indigenous populations of Asia. It was a combination that, according to our historical timelines, shouldn't have been possible. She carried a piece of them all within her. In an age when we believed civilizations were isolated by vast distances and insurmountable barriers, she was living proof of connection. Her DNA was a bridge between worlds, a testament to journeys and unions we never knew happened. She was the junction point, the living embodiment of the Silk Road, long before we called it that. She was humanity's lost bridge. Her existence forces us to redraw the map of the ancient world. It's no longer a collection of separate cradles of civilization, but a single interconnected web of human migration and exchange. She proves that our ancestors were far more adventurous, far more connected than we ever gave them credit for. They were sailors of sand seas, explorers of the unknown, and they found each other. They shared stories, goods, and as the beauty of Loulan proves, they shared their lives. She is not just an ancestor of one people, she is an ancestor of us all, a mother to the East and the West. Her legacy isn't written in stone or scripture, it's written in our very own DNA, a silent reminder that we are all part of one sprawling, interconnected human family. The divisions we see today are recent inventions. Our ancient heritage is one of unity, and so we must ask, If this connection existed 4,000 years ago, where did it lead? Loulan was not an endpoint. It was a beginning, a genesis. This kingdom, thriving in one of the most hostile environments on Earth, wasn't just a melting pot of genes. It was a melting pot of ideas. When people from different worlds meet, they don't just create new generations, they create new ways of thinking. They blend philosophies, cosmologies, and spiritualities. What new understanding of the universe was born here, in the heart of the desert? The beauty of Loulan provides the biological link, the physical evidence of this great convergence. But the true secret of Loulan, the one that caused it to vanish, might not be buried in the sand. It might be written in the stars. The architectural blueprints we found in Karakoto, the genetic blueprint within the beauty of Loulan, they are two sides of the same coin. One is the macrocosm, the other is the microcosm. One is order on a grand scale, the other is order on a biological scale. Both point to a profound intelligence, a deep understanding of the patterns of life and the universe. Perhaps the people of Loulan weren't just traders. Perhaps they were custodians of a sacred knowledge, a knowledge about humanity's place in the cosmos. And perhaps their city didn't just disappear. Perhaps it ascended. Perhaps it was translated from a physical place to a state of being, leaving behind only echoes and a dreaming queen to guide us back. In the grand finale, we leave the ground beneath our feet. We move from matter to spirit, from the DNA in our cells to the cosmos itself. The clues have all been pointing upward. The grid patterns, the genetic journey, the vanished kingdom. They all lead to one final question. Why do we feel a sense of home when we look at the stars? What is this ancient, primal pull we feel towards the night sky? The answer is simpler and more profound than you can imagine. The stardust within is waking up. Don't miss the final episode. Thank you for watching.